Welcome back. Tech stocks rebounding, but as Morgan Stanley said in a note this morning, investors should prepare to be fooled many more times. Deirdre Bosa looks at a pocket of tech that's been more stable over the last few weeks for Tech Check. I didn't know that such a thing existed, Deirdre.
Well, at least more insulated, and that would be the startup ecosystem. It has really been this bright spot amid pressure on mega caps. And American exceptionalism, this debate, of course, which tech is central to. Now, over the last few days, some enormous moves among AI startups that, if they were public companies, would be all over our air. Ex-OpenAI CTO Mira Murati, she's reportedly raising a $2 billion seed round at a valuation of $10 billion or more. Just to put that in perspective, that is a seed round larger, the round itself larger than the entire market cap of once darling public tech companies like Bumble and Fastly. And this is for a startup that hasn't even launched a product yet. Then there is ex-OpenAI co-founder Ilya Sutskever. His year-old AI startup was just valued at $32 billion, more than double the size of Snap and a few billion behind Robinhood. Also no product, but a signal that in this AI wave, talent and ambition, they are being priced like proven scale. And OpenAI, of course, the poster child of that scale. At a TED event over the weekend, Sam Altman let slip that 1 in 10 people globally now use its systems. That would suggest a doubling of its user base to 800 million in just a few weeks. Capital, meanwhile, that continues to flow into this ecosystem, supporting ever-growing valuations. Founders Fund just closed a $4.6 billion growth fund as the IPO market shuts amid tariff impact on markets. And even, guys, this is what matters to our audience. Even if public investors cannot buy in directly, mega caps are increasingly acting as early backers and enablers. NVIDIA and Alphabet reportedly took part in Sutskever's latest funding round. Google is providing TPU chips for SSI, that startup. Microsoft, of course, an early OpenAI backer, later hired a DeepMind co-founder to lead AI. The list goes on, and this essentially ensures that the biggest breakthroughs, platforms, profits, they all run through American mega cap companies. Perhaps some consolation as challenges for tech at large, they arise from tariffs to continued regulatory heat. And guys, as we have seen reiterated over the last week from the likes of Andy Jassy and Sundar Pichai, AI spend is a need to have, not a nice to have. So even amid this volatility and questions over balance sheets, expect other areas to scale back first at the mega caps.
Yeah, that was our question last couple of weeks, whether or not this trade volatility would impact at least CapEx sentiment or estimates. Certainly, Alphabet did not give us any indication that we're going that way, right?
Nor Amazon. And there's a little bit of noise around Microsoft, which what I hear are questions arising for 2026 CapEx. Maybe you could see that slow down or even decline. But so far, even among those numbers, you hear CEOs just reiterating that AI is a once-in-a-lifetime, once-in-a-generation shift that they just can't pull back on. So you're seeing that in CapEx, but another area you're seeing that in is that startup ecosystem, which remains extremely resilient.
Dee, thanks. Deirdre Bosa, important question today.